How does your media product represent particular social groups? Well, my media product represents particular social groups through features such as ethnicity, age, gender, regional identity, subculture, social status, and stereotyping. We wanted to keep the style of our product consistent to create verisimilitude. To achieve this, we had to attain the correct representation of the social group all the way through the film.
Our media product represents a social contrast between groups of gangs through a stereotypical viewpoint. The male character, the dealer, is a member of this gang-like group that we placed him in, stereotypically connected to the idea related to drugs and other illegal behaviours. We decided to place the female, the addict, into this social group, although she comes from a slightly different one, to challenge the audience's expectations and also to show the contrast between social groups. Our sequence shows how she is trying to fit in and join another social group, and shows the audience the ways in which she differs from the members of that social group by her paying her vulnerable light for a number of high-angle shots looking down on her to enhance the fact she doesn't really belong there.
In terms of mise-en-scene, the character's costume and appearance helps to differentiate their social groups. The female is dressed in a more fashionable, lighter clothing to suit her youthful age. Her shorter skirt and fishnet tights, or pattern tights, are a signal to tell us that she is trying to fit in with an older social group, as she is trying to conform to what she thinks they would suit. This contrasts to the dealer, as he is dressed in plain, dark wear, more stereotypical of those associated with gangs. This opposing dress sense emphasises the fact that it is a different social group. The way the characters' genders are reflected also conforms to fashion stereotypes, such as the fact men are made to look as though they are in control, which we noticed from films such as Titanic from our research. In this ideology, the male character, the dealer, always presents his authority over the female character, the addict, which is then portrayed through a number of shots, including low-angle shots from the addict's perspective.
We attempted to conform this to the stereotypes that the older characters in a social group usually has more power. The male character, the dealer's age, was also shown as being slightly older than the female, which in the same way is conveyed through a number of low-angle shots to imply that he is the more powerful one in the social group. The age comparison represents this particular social group as being strongly determined by social status, where a person stands in a group determines how much they are respected by the other members of that group. Our chosen locations represent the particular social group in which we attempted to represent. We began the film with an establishing shot of a club or gig, which suggests our chosen social groups like to enjoy themselves and go out late at night. This common teenage activity is expected with characters' ages, which in turn creates verisimilitude due to the fact the audience, who are of a similar age, can relate to this. We then decided to twist the story slightly by establishing the next scene in an alleyway to portray the fact this group are not the ordinary teenagers and in fact are also involved in something more serious, which can challenge the audience's expectations. This is a scene in which we define the social group due to their suspicious activities. They become less like ordinary teenagers and more like those associated with gangs.
In terms of characterisation, the fact the actors are teenagers themselves help the target audience to relate to what's going on. As our target audience are young adults between the ages of 16 to 26, the characters in our sequence help to conform to stereotype about a particular social group due to the fact their age is the same of those you would find in this particular social group. This therefore creates verisimilitude for the audience, as age plays a huge part in determining social status within a group. We decided we would position the male as slightly older than the female to enhance his authority and express our gender and power comparisons further to create a sense of realism. Overall, I feel as though we successfully conveyed the realism within our stereotypes as associated with the particular social gang-like group in which we used for our film.